next program is to find the solution of a quadratic equation. Solution here means to find the roots of a quadratic equation. So we should have an awareness. What is a quadratic equation? Hope all of you know what is a quadratic equation. It's of highest degree 2. Example, a general form is this one: ax square plus bx plus c. So there is a term, x square term, x term and a constant. So the highest possible degree is 2 for a quadratic equation. Example, we can give 3x square plus 4x plus 8. This is an example of a quadratic equation. Equation means it's this equal to 0. This means an equation. So root of a quadratic equation means the x values for which this equation satisfies. That is, for whatever value we are giving for x, that will be equal to 0. This polynomial value becomes 0. So that is the root of that x value is the root of a quadratic equation. We have learned different formula. We have learned formula for finding the root of a quadratic equation. So to find the root of a quadratic equation, first we will find the discriminant. So a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This will have the coefficients a, b and c. Coefficients a, b and c. So there is a formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation. So first we have to find the discriminant d equal to b square minus 4ac. This is a formula to find the discriminant, b square minus 4ac. So discriminant, based on this discriminant, there are 3 cases. So these concepts already you have studied in mathematics. There are 3 cases. First case is discriminant equal to 0. Discriminant equal to 0. If the discriminant value, so we will get an equation ax square plus bx plus c, we will find the discriminant. If the discriminant b square minus 4ac, if it happens to be 0, then that means the quadratic equation has only one root. Only one root. That means on maximum number of roots a quadratic equation can have is 2, because the degree is 2. If it is a cubic equation, degree 3 means it will have 3 roots. If it is a equation of 1 degree, it will have only 1 root. So this equation maximum 2 root, but if the discriminant is equal to 0, it will have only 1 root, and the root is minus b divided by 2a. This is the value of the root. So that condition we have given here. So first, in this program we have declared the variables. What are variables we are using here? A, B, C. The coefficients. So input to the program is the coefficients. A, enter the coefficients of ax square plus bx plus c. We cannot directly enter ax square plus bx plus c. So the coefficients are our input, c in a, b, c. After that we find the discriminant, b square minus 4ac. If the discriminant is equal to 0, if one condition we are checking, so discriminant equal to 0, what we can give? C out, roots are equal. The if bracket you have to open, it should be closed also, and the root 1, only one root, that I am giving it as root 1 equal to minus b by 2a, and C out root 1. So that is the first case, if discriminant equal to 0. If discriminant not equal to 0, there are 2 options. Either discriminant greater than 0 or discriminant less than 0. So next case we are checking, that is the discriminant is greater than 0. If the discriminant greater than 0, next case, else if also you have to open this bracket, if else if, that structure we have learned. Using that structure we are writing this program. So else if discriminant greater than 0, then we have two roots, that is two roots, the maximum number of roots, two roots, and in mathematics we have learned the formula for the two roots, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac, that which is a discriminant, divided by 2a. This is the equation for the roots. Both roots are real and distinct. Distinct means there are two roots, they are real values. So first root will be minus b plus root of discriminant divided by 2a, and the second root is minus b minus root of discriminant divided by 2a. So this same formula we are just giving in our program. Do not think that it is complicated. It is just the formulas we are giving here. This formula we are just giving here. Instead of into, we are writing star. Only that is the difference. So else if discriminant greater than 0, the else if bracket we are opening here and closing it over here. See out, roots are distinct. Minus b, the square root symbol, it is not in the keyboard. So instead of that we are using a C++ function sqrt, square root of discriminant divided by 2a. If, and the second root is, second root also we can give minus b minus root of discriminant divided by 2a. These two equations we have to write in this discriminant greater than 0. Now one more case is remaining, that is discriminant less than 0, only that case. So we can write, so no need of giving condition here, just else you can write discriminant equal to 0, greater than 0, else. This condition, this is for discriminant less than 0. For discriminant less than 0, there are two roots. Again there are two roots. The roots are imaginary. There are two imaginary. What is an imaginary number? A plus ib. A general form of an imaginary number, a plus ib. That means it will have a real part and also it will have an imaginary part. It will have a real part and also it will have an imaginary part. This type of numbers are imaginary, considered to be imaginary numbers. Imaginary means what? This I. What is the value of this I? Already we have learned root of minus 1. We cannot, in mathematics we don't know how to calculate root of minus 1 till now. So this root of minus 1 is regarded as an imaginary number. It is represented by I. So this a plus ib form. So this here the roots are minus, this also we have learned, the roots are minus b plus or, sorry, minus b plus or minus this real part. So real part is minus b by 2a and plus or minus I into root of minus, okay, minus b plus or minus I into root of b square minus or 4ac. Instead of that I am writing d, the whole divided by 2a. So first root is minus b plus I into root of discriminant divided by 2a, and the root 2, second root is minus b minus I into root of discriminant divided by 2a. These are the two roots. So these two roots we are having a real part, which is the real part of this minus b by 2a, and which is the imaginary part, root of discriminant divided by 2a. So real part and imaginary part we are writing it separately in this program. So here the real part I have written it as minus b by 2a, and imaginary part is square root of minus discriminant divided by 2a. Actually it is square root of discriminant divided by 2a, but here I have put this minus symbol over here. That is because then only we can calculate the value. Minus into this minus means plus we will get. So this real part and imaginary part separately we are representing. So first root is root 1. Root 1 has a real part, that is I have stored in this real variable real plus I into plus I, then imaginary part is stored here. In the same way the second root is real minus I, plus or minus is there, so minus I, then imaginary part. So just in this program, just that formulas you have to remember. Formulas means to find if discriminant is less than 0, what is the root? If discriminant is greater than 0, what is the root? If discriminant equal to 0, what is the root? Those formulas just writing in the program. That's only done in this program. Okay. Now coming to the next program, the last program in this module. That is, write a program to do arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. 4 arithmetic operations are given here. So we will be given 2 numbers. If I want to do the plus, the operator plus I am entering, the 2 numbers has to be added. If the operator minus I am giving, the 2 numbers has to be subtracted. If star I am giving, the 2 numbers should be multiplied. If slash I am giving, the 2 numbers has to be divided. So this can be also asked as write a program to implement a calculator. Same question can be asked. So there are different choices, 4 different choices. So if there are 4 different choices, we can use the switch construct. How is the switch construct? The syntax switch, then within bracket you have to write the which variable you want to switch. Switch means which variable value we are going to check with different cases, and then we have to open this bracket, and then first case I will write here case. If it is case 1, the constant is 1 means 1. Otherwise, if the constant, it is an symbol means plus I can give. So case, after case I have to give the colon, and then here I have to give the statements. Then next case I will give like this, continue. Last, finally I have to give the default case. After that, at the end I have to close this bracket. So here in the same way the input is 2 numbers A and B. Input is the 2 numbers A, B, A and B. These are the 2, and also the operator. If it can be plus, minus, star or divided by, this the operator. So these 3 inputs are there, that is the 2 numbers and also the operator. The operator we are going to switch. So here C in A, B, input 2 numbers, and the operator I am going to switch the operator. So this operator value also input, entering it as input, then switch OP. If the operator value, for example, if I have entered minus, so C in OP, in OP I have entered the subtraction symbol, then it will be switched. It pass to the switch OP. If it is minus, first it will check with the first case plus. It is not plus. If it is plus, this will be C equal to A plus B. Then here one thing I forgot to write, that is break. Every switch statement should have the break. This I have forgot to write in this program, that you have to add in your notes. Break statements should be there after each switch statement. Other break means it will come out of. So first I have entered, for example, I have entered plus. So enter 2 operands A and B. Then plus I have entered means it is matching with the first case. So C equal to A plus B. C equal to, we will get the addition sum of 2 numbers A and B, and the sum is printed here. Then it should be coming out of that switch. That is why break should be given here. And if I, for example, if I have entered divided by, Divided by, if I entered, it will switch this divided by. First it match with this plus, it is not plus, so it will go to the next case. It is not, it is divided by, it's not matching. Then here also it is not matching, it will reach here. Then here only it will calculate the value, and then result is printed here, then break. At last, the default case also is there. That is, if I have entered some other symbols, for example hash symbol I have entered, it is not there in these options. So default means the operator, it will go to the default case. Default operator is not correct, it will print, then return 0. So with this we have completed our first module. So you go through this question bank, module 1 question bank. This is from previous year question papers. So you go through this, and any questions, any programs is difficult, we can discuss.